Alright, so I said I was going to show you guys the new stuff I've been doing. First off, we'll start over here with rabbits. So right now, we got 3 rabbits. 2 big ones over here. Here's the male. Hello, buddy. We got the mother over there who's pregnant. She's due any time. We got the baby over there who's poking her head out. There she is. She's actually the daughter of this one, so I can't put them together. And eventually we're going to get the other big one like this, the other big cage, and I'll put it right here on top for, we'll put, I don't know, I guess we'll put the babies in there or something, but anyways. And then we got the compost pile. It's supposed to rain any minute now, so I'm trying to hurry up and get this done. But I'm keeping it covered until the rain passes by. And eventually what I'm going to do is I'm going to build, well, first off, I'm going to move this wood over here somewhere. And all this wood's going to be burnt up and turned into ash, because I'm going to use that ash for soap making. And then I'm going to drag this over here to where it's touching this wood pallet. And then I'll put another wood pallet on the side of it over here. And then put a roof over it, sort of like how I did with the chicken coop, which you'll see here in a minute. Over here we got the new coop, the new chicken coop. Hi Rudy, hey chicken. Millie's all the way over there. She likes to hang out back there for some reason. It's really weird. Anyways, we added a new roof to this. It's just some simple plywood. Eventually what I'm going to do, I said I was going to fill in the gaps, which is why I have the tarp right here. I was going to do it this way, where it was long ways, and it was going to be like right there in the middle of the gaps of the wood pallets. But actually what I'm going to do, I'm going to take some more wood pallets and take them apart and start going long ways like this. So it would it would cover, one wood pallet can cover more of a space going this way, or I'm sorry, more wood from the wood pallet could cover more space going this way than it would if it was going straight, because these wood pallets, not all of them are long enough to fill in these gaps. So I think doing it long ways like this would be a hell of a lot better. I also mentioned the solar panel stuff. So like I said, here's the ones that charge my phone. They're waterproof, or water resistant at least. I've had these for a couple years. I got both of these, let me think. I got this one in somewhere in Iowa, I think. Yeah, it's probably like around Iowa before we went to the convention a couple years ago. And then we have this one. This is the same exact one. This one I got after. This one actually burnt because I put it right next to a fire, and I didn't realize the fire was coming right towards me, and I was trying to get this charged up, and yeah, you can see what happened. Next to it, this is actually a really bright light if you keep it in the sun long enough, but I mean, it's just a really small light. It's supposed to go on the side of your house or whatever, but I don't use it for that. I probably should though. These are those lights I was talking about. These are the ones you can get at Walmart for about 15 bucks. These work really, really good. I highly recommend getting these. It's from Lucy Outdoor, the inflatable solar light. These are really worth it. If I can get some more money, I eventually will probably buy out every single one that Walmart has, because I love those to death. So another thing I've noticed, I just went by Tractor Supply this morning because I had to go get a nesting box for little mama over here. And y'all see how big these rabbits are? Look how, especially him. Look at him. He's huge. These are the biggest rabbits I've ever seen. Anyways, I didn't know that Tractor Supply actually sells bee kits. Like, you can get everything from a beehive to the tools you need and a bee suit, all for maybe under $300, which might seem like a lot of money to people, and to be honest, it is. But here I was thinking I was going to get, you know, the shit off eBay and make me wait, where I could just go over to Tractor Supply and get it for half the price of what they're trying to sell it on eBay and bring it home all within that same day. So I think in about a month or so, I'm going to go ahead and get a beehive set brought home. Y'all know I've been looking into this for a while. I've always wanted to do this. I've never done it by myself, so this is going to be kind of new, kind of a little nerve-wracking, I guess. Look at my potatoes, my growing potatoes. But I think this will be good. I think the only thing I would be missing personally, I don't know if I can actually do this or not, would be to have a mother goat and her little daughter or whatever, you know. Because goats are supposed to have companionship, just like humans, right? And of course, with me, I can have companionship with just about any mammal, even Mr. Rudy over here, who's rude as hell, or Miss Chicken here. Yeah, let's feed you guys for a second. But, I figure, you know, if I can get a goat at least, let's see this one instead, then, I basically would have all my needs taken care of. Here, guys. I would have all my needs taken care of. Bees making honey for me. This down here, this is where I keep all my ashes for my future soap making. And hoping that will go pretty good. So yeah, anyways, I went to Tractor Supply and saw all that. I ended up buying a book on beekeeping and such, which, you know, I already have a little experience when I worked on that farm in New Mexico, but not a lot where I could do it by myself. So, you know, I mean, obviously I've been watching videos, talking to people, researching and stuff like that, but I figured, you know, I at least should probably have a book on hand, because y'all know I don't like really using internet or Wi-Fi, because, you know, I don't trust Wi-Fi. I don't trust internet anymore. I don't trust any of that stuff. The fact that a lot of people do is kind of mind-boggling to me. But I figured I at least would have a book on it, and it's a pretty nice sized book for its price. You know, it was about $25. But I figured if I had the book on me at least, I wouldn't have to look it up and go through all the stupid ads, because every website I went through, even on YouTube, there's always a damn ad right there waiting for you, and it takes up so much space on the screen. It's really annoying. And then before I go, I have this over here. This is where the old coop was, if y'all remember. Puppies. Anyways, like I said, I ended up moving it over here because I didn't like the old one. I didn't like that I had to crawl in, and the roof, which was basically the fencing I was using, was caving in on it, and the chickens were always getting out. And I think up until I got these three, I was going through like maybe 7 or 8 chickens before I got these three. And so I'm surprised I've actually lasted this long with these chickens, because I didn't, you know, like Millie over there, she likes to get out. Me and Aaron came by a couple weeks ago, and we had to go through, we had to look around and try to figure out where she was getting out at. Hey, I'm right here, relax. You're fine, buddy. You're about to get adopted soon today, hopefully, anyways, like y'all can see right here, we ended up having to put another board right here, because Millie would just go through here, and we had to redo all of this. And I ended up adding flooring on the ground, because you know, I've learned this from being on the road, that if you sleep on the ground but you don't have like a mat or something under you, your body heat gets sucked under the ground. And apparently it's the same for chickens, which I think is the reason why chickens like to, you know, be perched on like branches or anything straight that they could sleep on, because the body heat from them, I'm assuming, I'm not for sure, but I'm assuming the body heat is taken from them as well. So, I ended up adding floorboards there, and not only would it save them with the body heat, but I can also collect their waste and put it in a bucket, and then later on I take all the waste in that bucket and put it in the compost over there. Anyways, this spot over here, I don't know exactly what I'm going to use with this space. I'm trying to get all this wood moved over here, trying to make it look a little better, which is why there's stuff laying all around, because I've been so busy trying to move stuff by myself, it really doesn't help sometimes. What I'm hoping for, since we got this new fence here, I'm hoping we can get this part over here done, and then later on right here and there on the other side where my gate is. And so I could be basically, once we get the fencing and stuff over here done, I could be basically away from everybody. I could be completely privatized. I don't have to deal with people. The only people I deal with is my aunt next door, and I help my neighbors over here because I've been helping them cut wood up since they they tore down a bunch of their trees and decided they were going to burn it, and they had a huge... I remember that day so perfectly. This was, I think, right after Cooter left. It was a couple months after Cooter left. Came out my back door right here, and I was about to smoke some hemp, had a hemp cigarette, and I looked over, and I already knew they tore this down, but I didn't know they were going to burn it. I thought they were going to cut it up and ship it off or whatever. No, they ended up burning it, and the way it was at the time, you gotta understand from my perspective of how I was looking at it from my backyard. The whole thing was on fire, and you couldn't see the green building right there. And the way the flames were, it looked like it was literally about to reach the house. And I had no choice. It was so close that and I wasn't the only one, because I can hear people when I was on the phone with dispatch. I ended up having to call the fire department to come out because it was so I mean, look, it was literally close to the top of them trees. That's how big this fire was, okay? Now, it's not like they were doing it to get attention. They weren't trying to start anything. They were just trying... I talked to the guy the other day about this, actually. He said they were just trying to make their yard a lot more clearer. They wanted it to look a lot better. And they figure, you know, if we can get the trees taken away and such, we can actually see what's going on. Because, you know, we just had that, we had that break-in several weeks ago down the road at a neighbor's house, and, yeah. Well, anyways, they were trying... See, the thing is, out here, I don't know if it's like this in every city or county or whatever, but out here, people don't know this. There used to be another building over here where the fire was, and you're supposed to have a permit when you're... Not a permit, you're supposed to have the fire department out here when you're burning... When you have a building on fire and you're burning it intentionally. So, and I don't think they knew that at the time. So, they ended up burning it. You know, like I said, fire department came out. I had my radio on. I'm listening to them come over. Police department came out. Ambulance came out. I can hear over the, when I was on the phone with dispatch, I could hear people in the background who were already calling it in. There's like, I think 5 or 6 callers from what I was told later on. Yeah, you don't do that, you know? They're like, well, we had it under control. Yeah, they had a truck on the other side of the house over there with like a little water tank in the back. That's not going to help. So anyways, sorry. So anyways, I'm thinking like right here, I have different ideas what I want to do right here. I'm thinking that if I do decide to go along with the goats, which I don't know if I actually can around here, I might make this the goat pen area. But I'm also thinking that if I can't go with goats, what I want to do is probably build like a root cellar. Like a small little root cellar. Or, since we do get tornadoes out here, I'm thinking of making this area a storm shelter of sorts. You know, just something along that line. My idea is to put an Anderson shelter. If you don't know what that is, that's those old World War II British bombing shelters that was made by Sir John Anderson or something along that line. And they're actually pretty good structurally, and me and Aaron were talking about this for months, you know, about putting one over here to act as a storm shelter. So that's what I really want to put over here. It's just, I'm probably going to have land ownership to do that, because I don't know how my mom's going to react if I put a like a little homemade storm shelter here in the back. But, you know, just something. I mean, I don't know. It's either that or just leave the space alone. I don't know. Who knows? Y'all give me an idea. I don't know. Anyways, I do want to show you guys something else. It's going to be in the next video. It's going to be... Well, actually, I'm not going to show you. Y'all will have to see. I think y'all will like it, actually.